Good evening and welcome to the Business Day. I'm Javon Keys. The International Monetary Fund, IMF, has lauded Jamaica for its progress in strengthening its policy frameworks and implementing ambitious climate policy agenda. The multilateral lender gave the assessment on Thursday. In its first review of Jamaica's performance under the Precautionary Liquidity Line, PLL, and the Resilience and Sustainability Facility, RSF, approved in March, the International Monetary Fund, IMF, said Jamaica has made important progress on its fiscal reform agenda. Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clarke says the IMF's review acknowledges the country's fiscal prudence.
The macroeconomic stability that Jamaica has established has won sort of praises from the international community. You know, Javon, it is indeed something for us to to celebrate that Jamaica has lower unemployment than Canada. It has lower inflation than the UK. And for the first few quarters of this year, higher growth than the United States. I don't think there has ever been a...
The PLL gives the country access to $611 million in the event of adverse shocks. The Resilience and Sustainability Facility gives access to $255 million for disaster risk reduction and climate-smart projects. In its assessment of Jamaica, the IMF also says the country has made continuous progress in enhancing the anti-money laundering and counter-terrorism financing AML-CTF policy frameworks. Jamaica is currently on the grey list for the Financial Action Task Force FATF. Dr. Clarke says all the legislative changes have been made to meet the FATF's October deadline.
The three areas that they must be operationalized in and must be seen as effective before Jamaica can exit the grey listing are: one, to ensure that the beneficial ownership regime that the Companies Office has responsibility for is effective in its risk-based supervision. Two, to ensure that the General Legal Counsel implements an effective risk-based supervision of the legal profession in accordance with the AML standards. And three, that the FSC similarly engages in effective risk-based supervision of the trust and cooperative societies segment.
He says once these areas are operationalized and meet FATF's requirement, Jamaica should be removed from the grey list. Banks and cambios are selling the US dollar for an average $155.42. $114.85 is the going rate for the Canadian dollar. The average cost for the pound is $197.87, while it's costing $171.73 for the euro. To the stock market now, the JSE index gained 2,578 points today, while the junior market index increased by 78 points. Among the 61 winners were MPC Caribbean Clean Energy US dollar shares, Blue Power Group, JMMB Group 7.5% shares, and Paramount Trading Jamaica, as well as MPC Caribbean Clean Energy ordinary shares. The 26 losers were led by The Lab, MFS Capital Partners, Portland JSX, Mayberry Jamaican Equities, and Separate, now 16 stocks traded firm. And that's the Business Day. I'm Javon Keys. Good evening.